Next up, where do we find Japanese liquor? Well, you'll only find this on the Ashika Island, and it's called Ashika Liquor. Now, what I'd recommend doing is checking all of the hidden stashes, or at least the ones on the outside of the island, in search for this item here. When you eventually find it, you can extract with it and it'll count. Then it's destroyed. But if you have a secure backpack, you can extract with it and it'll stay on your character, so you can infill once more and extract again. Heck, you may even find another one, and you can hence duplicate these, getting tons and tons of these in no time. If you don't already know how to get a secure backpack, I'd highly recommend checking out my video on how to do so. You'll find a link down below. Now, while you can find tons of these Japanese liquor bottles inside of hidden caches around the map, the places of highest spawn rates are most likely the residential area in the far northeast side of Ashika Island and the beach club in the extreme southwest side, inside that little room that you can go into. Essentially, you'll find tons of these inside of fridges lying all over the map. Whether they're little bar fridges or full-sized fridges, you'll oftentimes find one, sometimes two in a single fridge, which is great. They have a relatively high spawn rate, even for being as rare as they are. So we'll start this run off by looking around hidden caches around the Ashika Island. When you get to the residential area, you can run in and check the fridges, then run out. After checking all of the buildings here, I'd recommend having a stronghold keycard on you. One of these buildings will be locked with a contract, which is a hostage rescue, and the other one is usually a stronghold. Inside of these, you'll usually find one or two more fridges, worthwhile checking for Ashika Liquor. Right here. Looting it, nothing in my case. The next one should be all the way over here, just in the water here roughly. Swimming across to just next to this submarine, and down we should find this hidden cache. Nothing in my case. The next one is located just over here, right next to this little marine refuel station. So heading across to it here and into the water, we should find it just underneath here. And cat statue. The next one we'll find on the far east side of the island, right about here, with this one being located on the shoreline here. As you can see right here. Looting it, nothing unfortunately. The next one is on this south boat here, just off to the side in the water, so we should find it just about here. Nothing. So the next one is located right up here in the water, right up here on these little rocks, but I'm pretty sure this is actually almost where we started. We started up here, so there's this one and one more to get to. As you can see, it's just about here in the water, and we don't have the item we're looking for, sadly. We'll head to the last one, which is just about here, located on this little outcrop of rocks. And we should hopefully find it here. And a cigar box. That's great. We'll grab both of these, head to the final one, which is just about here. But I'm pretty sure we started on this, so we'll go for the extract. Think we've been through this? Yes, we have. This was the first one. Sweet. We've now done a full lap of the island. Let's exfil, and you can try again next game. At this point, you could continue heading inland if you don't have something like a secure backpack, but you're pretty much gambling on whatever loot you're bringing in and hoping to get out. So I'd highly recommend cutting your losses and getting out while you can. Tolling in the exfil, let's get out of here. Sweet, there we go. So let's try again quickly and loot the rest of these to see what we can find. Ashika Liquor, sweet. Spawning in the far southwest side of the island is a pretty good spawn if you're looking for liquor, as in the beach house here. You can check a free room, you don't need a key to get in here, and there's usually a fridge in there with a pretty good chance of spawning Ashika Liquor. Obviously you'll find fridges all over the map, but here's a pretty good spot that I'd highly recommend coming to. There we go, Ashika Liquor. Oftentimes I've found two in here, which is great. For example, in the town here on the far north side, we find a fridge where you may find some inside of, but unfortunately I didn't find any. Around the back we have this locked hotel employee fridge, which I think probably has a good chance of spawning it as well. Usually locked fridges and locked caches have a higher chance of spawning in good loot, so it's probably worthwhile checking if you have the key for this. If we go ahead and check the residential in the far northeast side here, you should find tons and tons of fridges here too, but unfortunately one of these doors pretty much always requires a contract to get into, as it's a hostage rescue building. The rest of these have loose loot, and quite a few of these houses, especially the bigger ones, have fridges inside of them. This one's a stronghold, so once again I'd also recommend bringing a stronghold keycard. But these other rooms should have accessible fridges in them, such as this one here. We have a fridge, which usually has Ashika Liquor in it. Then checking out this bigger building here, inside of it you'll usually find a fridge downstairs, over here, and Ashika Liquor inside of it. this one here. If we head around back here, you'll usually find yet another fridge, which is this one here. And hey, would you look at that, Ashika Liquor. Anyways, for the most part, you get what's happening here. So hopefully you'll find tons of this liquor lying around the place. I've had many very lucky runs finding tons of this in one go, and you could probably even finish this in a few runs without a secure backpack, which is great. Anyways, thank you all for watching. My has been Troubleshoot, and I'll see you all next time. Ciao.